middle reaches of a river, meanders and floodplains dominate as erosion and deposition occur in equal measure. Here the river is sinuous, snaking across the floodplain.
The valley stage, the river is now swinging from side to side. And it's a very open valley. There it is there. And the river is meandering. And it's cutting away a thing called a river cliff there. That's where your sideways or lateral erosion is occurring. This is the torrent stage, the end of it. We're now into a wide, broad, flat valley. On the far side of the valley, you can see the remains of glacial debris. Here we have the River Ure, and here we have its floodplain. So there's the floodplain of the River Ure. If you actually dig through here, which I don't advise, because nature does it free and gratis, you can actually see what the floodplain is made up of. On the inside bend, you can see there's been some quite marked erosion. That's unusual on the inside bend because it should all be deposition. But what it's actually showing you is a nice section of deposition where you can actually see silt, you can see the lighter bands of sand, but off into the distance you can see the vast floodplain that's being created partly by the glacier and partly by the River Ure overflowing its banks. The key to understanding lateral erosion is to understand where the deepest, fastest part of the river is. This diagram shows you a straight river, and you can actually see in the darker blue there the zone of maximum flow, and this will eventually become the deepest part of the river. It's called the Thalweg. But in a curved sequence of a meander like that, this Thalweg wanders to the outside bend of the river. Let's put it on this diagram. Crosses the river, moves to the outside bend, and runs round the outside bend. There and there. At these points on the outside bends, you're going to have lateral erosion. On the inside bends, you're going to have deposition. This would be your point bar. This is called your neck. What we've got is a beautiful aerial picture of a meander. And what we're going to try and do is work out what we saw in the last diagram. Around the outside bend, there, there, we've got an erosion surface, lateral erosion. On the inside bend, there, going round there, you can actually see the white material is a river beach. So this side erosion, this side deposition, this is the concave slope, and this is the convex slope. The net effect of these two processes is to move the meander, and it will move it in this direction. You can see there is actually more erosion on the downstream side. Deposition will follow the erosion. So not only does the meander move that way, it's actually going to move out in that direction. Right, this is the floodplain. There are some lovely human indicators of where the edge of the floodplain is. This line is the old railway line. The other edge of the floodplain can be marked round here. It just avoids the road there and tails off there. These communication links are always put above the level of the floodplain.